Well,
He does. But, you know, I think as I'm starting to think about more like why this episode feels off, it's because for 12 episodes of last season, we didn't realize they were about to get the rug pulled out from under us.
right. And the rug has already been pulled out. We start with that premise.
Right. But so we know like what seemed like kind of fun things at first now just seem obvious now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's obviously, you know, putting Eleanor in a awkward situation where she has to
He's
speak
playing
for
the
now.
puppet master.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's obvious what he's doing now.
Yeah.
So, and of course, yes, that is my nightmare. That is my personal nightmare. Talking about myself for an hour. What would I say for an hour?
Yeah. That would be terrible.
I'd be like, I write and I have 2 kids and I have a podcast with a co-host. I'm from Detroit. Cool.
I'll take your questions now for the next 49 minutes or like 59 minutes and 30 seconds.
Which is funny because like you've talked to me for 2 hours about myself, and I was like, and I just remember like, I'm just going to divert his questions with pop culture references like I always do.
So what's interesting is I have now, you know, I saw this episode once, I saw it twice, and now we're going through it again. And it just now occurred to me, one of the things that bugs me about this episode is what bugged me about the 4th season of Arrested Development. And one of the greatest things about this episode, and for me, where this episode starts to get really good, is when everybody's in the same room.
Right.
And where everybody's interacting. And here we have, you know, essentially, it's like, here's Eleanor's day. Here's Chidi's day. Here's Tahani's day. Here's Jason's day. So
because they work so hard to keep each other, he's working hard to keep them apart.
Exactly. And again, you know, which you know, I understand the need for that, or how you know it drives the plot, and again that desperation of Michael to make this work this time and to keep everybody separate. I get all that, but we miss something because of that, and the thing that we miss is what we came to love about the show in the first season, and that's everybody's interaction with each other.
Right.
So, and the fact that they didn't, you know, it's almost, I hate to say it, but it's kind of a hacky device, because it's the whole, you know, let's tell everybody's side of the story individually, and then it will all come together. That's been done so many times. So,
but when it does come together, which we'll, I'm sure, get to.
We will get to.
Yeah, because we have to.
Brilliant. Yeah, yeah. Well, because we're talking about the whole episode.
Yeah.
So, again, I have time code for specifically highlighting the desperation, not just of Michael, but everybody involved, and that's at 9:15. So, we'll get to that here.
Oh, don't be nervous. Here, liquid courage. Actually, you know what? I think I need to keep a clear head. Can you imagine getting drunk before giving a big speech? Getting kicked out of your niece's christening, and then only later, once you've sobered up, realize you don't even have a niece? It's like, who was that kid?
So, Eleanor, you were an environmental lawyer. That's fascinating.
No, just don't ask me any questions about it. I am so sick of describing exactly what it means.
Hey, I'm headed to the bar. Can I grab you something? How about a margarita?
No, I'm good. Actually, I'm the best, according to the sash. She's still not drinking?
Nope, something's off.
Should we...
Keep it together.
Yes, so the desperation that, you know, it's on everybody's part.
And no Bomba John jokes.
Yeah, well, because he's not Bomba John in this iteration, right? Everybody's slightly different. But yeah. Fork off, Bomba John. Anyway. All right.
I had the next, I don't know if you had one before then, but I had a time marker at about 11 and a half minutes when
I have one just leading into that, basically at 10:30 here, because where the two of them.
Hi, is your name Cheaty?
Yes?
I knew you were in a soup.
Just for that
What?
line.
Listen to me very...
Just I knew you were in a soup. All right. So, yeah, that's about where I had it. I had one at 11:40, and I think it's probably the same.
It's
basically the same
Cheaty's
scene.
roommate.
Way better than all of
I
them.
had Cheaty's
You're
soulmate
safe.
situation written down.
No way. Soulmates are real.
They sure are. Although your soulmate situation is a little unusual.
Oh, no. I don't have one, do I? That's fine. I mean, who needs a soulmate anyway? My soulmate will be... books.
No, it's not that you don't have a soulmate. It's that you have multiple soulmates. Here, now, normally our omniscient system perfectly analyzes each person's profile and then matches him or her with another person. But in your case, the system matched you with two other people. It's a rare occurrence, like a double rainbow, or someone on the internet saying, you know what? You've convinced me I was wrong.
So how do you choose who I should be with?
Oh, I don't choose. You do, Cheaty.
What?
This is Angelique, Pedro, and Pavita. According to the system, either Pedro or Cheaty could be matched perfectly with either Angelique or Pavita. So, figure it out. Should be fun.
Cool beans. 1 second, guys. So making decisions isn't necessarily my strong suit.
I know that, buddy. You once had a panic attack at a make-your-own Sunday bar.
There were too many toppings, and very early in the process, you had to commit to a chocolate palette or a fruit palette, and if you couldn't decide, you wound up with kiwi, junior mint, raisin, and just ruined everyone's night.
Cheaty, I am so sorry. I literally cannot choose for you. This has to be your decision. Buddy, you gotta trust me. I would never place you in a painful situation.
You ready, Cheaty?
Here you go, Cheaty. One slice of Hawaiian straight out the oven for you. I'm Denise. Welcome to my pizza place.
Thanks, Denise.
And here's one for you. Have a nice day.
It's interesting that Hawaiian pizza is so popular here.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the residents here love it. Kind of makes you wonder what type of pizza they have in the bad place, huh?
So I can't believe you studied in Brisbane. We must have just...
So I miss the frozen yogurt, like I said, but Hawaiian pizza, right?
The internet line is actually got an audible chuckle from my dad.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
It got an audible chuckle from me.
Yes.
I love that. That recognition. Or
So-
you know what? You have convinced me I am wrong. Yeah. But yeah, I liked the character of Denise, always trying to insert herself some more, or being so resentful that she doesn't have the real Eleanor role here. So
I hate Denise too so much. Like, there's a part like later on where Denise says how much she hates Denise.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm right with you, Denise. I hate you too, or your character. I was thinking too, like, this is the good place.
Yes.
Why wouldn't he just have two soulmates? Like,
Yeah. And it's the good place. No, that sounds awful. Do you know how hard it is to make it work with one person?
right. Well, it's like, I don't want to like get too much into this, but like I've often like I've had talks with dudes, and like I guess the bro's dream is to to quote Office Space, 2 girls same time, dude. And I'm like going, how would that even work? Like,
You know how it works is you just take yourself out of the equation.
yes.
Like, you guys do it up. I'm going to be over in the corner.
It's like the episode of Seinfeld when they said she'd be into, he tries to pull off the roommate switch.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, oh no, she's into it. And then I'm like, how would I even do the logistics of that?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. It's doesn't work. I don't see how it would work. But
Yeah.
anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. But
No. No. There is no porn music going on in the background. This is
No.
not that kind of show.
that's right. Though there is
Keeping
porn
it clean,
happening.
except for all the F-bombs.
Yes.
Courtesy of yours truly. All right, so I don't have a code again until almost the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, same here.
Because again, I didn't have. I
had about
I just-
19 and a half when they introduced Tahani.
I have 1950 where Tahani makes a particular remark.
Yes, I think we did the same thing.
All right, so we are traveling on over. Follow along, if you will. Keep in single file, and we're walking all the way over to this point here.
Now, Tomas was a doctor with the International Rescue Alliance, and you raised money that ultimately funded his medical missions. It's just so perfect.
It's lovely to meet you, Tahani.
Charmed. I'm short. I'm sorry, did I just say short? I meant to say charmed, I'm sure, of course, because I am charmed to meet you. It's just an unfortunate Freudian short. Shall we? So where do you attend medical short?
This is the living room, as well as
I
the
kind of
kitchen
like
and the
this
bedroom.
house, by the way.
I do too.
So
Except she looks like
cozy.
Alice in Wonderland.
I feel like the
yes.
walls are just hugging
Well,
me.
and Ted Danson's even taller
Michael, I
than
don't
she is. So
mean to be rude, but this is simply absurd.
Yes, thank you. I didn't want to say anything,
But there's
but
only two of us. We don't need all this space.
all this space.
Of course, you two humanitarians don't want anything so extravagant. I'll just get rid of the second floor. Okay, I'll let you two have some alone time. I will see you at the party.
Well, certainly is quite quaint, so it's just fun. I dare say even quite charming. Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Sorry, it's just a self-portrait of my sister. Wonderful.
Your sister is Camila Al-Jamil. I used to play her music for my patients. At times, it felt like Camila's songs were curing the malaria for us.
Great. Well, I best be getting changed for tonight. Can hardly wear a day dress to an evening event.
Sounds good. I'm ready whenever you are.
Is that what you're wearing?
Oh, yeah. My years treating remote villagers taught me to favor comfort over style. But you should wear whatever you prefer.
Well, I mean, as we are soulmates, perhaps I should also dress down.
Well, so my next time code is pretty shortly after this because
Yeah.
I like Eleanor. I'm sorry, I like Tahani and Michael's interaction here.
So there was a line that we kind of missed, or when Michael tells her she's in the good place, she says, "Yes, I accept."
Yes, yes.
Like,
we
it's
did
like an
miss that.
award.
Yep, yeah. Like she expected it, also.
And I wrote too about that whole like giant Freudian slip.
A Freudian short.
Yeah, that Tahani is like she's the Jesse Spano of the Good Place, where she doesn't like to be with guys who are shorter than her.
Yeah.
know.
Yep. All right, so here we
I'm
are.
having a splendid time. Although, if I'm being honest, a few aspects of my day have been suboptimal.
Really?
Love that.
Like what?
Well, my house is a bit small, which is fine. It's just not what I'm used to, and Tomas is lovely, but we haven't really clicked yet, to use a mundane colloquialism, which I suppose I should do, now that I'm wearing cargo pants.
Tahani, it's very common to experience adjustment pains. But the system matched you and Tomas, and the system is never wrong. But guess what? This is the good place. If you want your house to be larger, then just ask. Do you want something this big? Or maybe bigger, like the Taj Mahal? Oh, I know. How about a moon?
Would you like to live on your own private moon?
No. My house is wonderful. And really, it's so silly to want a bigger house of all things here in paradise. So no changes needed.
Okay. All right. But if you change your mind, just ask. Because all the other residents are very happy. So it'll give me plenty of time to